Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy. Last time, we completed all the stars in Goody Galaxy, and today, we're going to head to a new galaxy now that we have 3 power stars or more to head there. But first, we're going to talk to Polari here, and... oh. Yeah, just tell us. That's what I meant. I didn't think he would do anything else than that. Doesn't make sense if we do it yet. Anyway, the new galaxy we have is Honeyhive Galaxy. And our first mission here is B Mario Takes Flight.
Yes.
So right off the bat, you'll notice that the level is a little bit more basic than Good at Galaxy. It's not as grand. It doesn't really have as much to it if we just look around. Well, we can't. But if we look behind us right when we start, we do see an M that we can, in star bits, and we can collect it. We can also turn around. If we just kind of look, yeah, it has less spherical platforming. It also looks absolutely gorgeous, by the way. It has less spherical platforming in general. Star bits over there, collect. And it's just a more basic level. People find this a little bit boring from what I've, seen of playthroughs of this game, but also there's a one-up over here. But personally, as someone who enjoys Super Mario 64 and that's his favorite 3D Mario game, I kind of understand where they're coming from here and also enjoy this level because they need, they don't want to alienate Mario fans that aren't so sure about the, gravity gimmick. Yet they want a basic level that's just, good old exploration and platforming to really convince the fans that this is still a Mario game, even with the gravity gimmick. So, one, I do enjoy this level a fair bit. It's not my favorite level in the game by any means, but I enjoy it well enough. I suppose just enough. I didn't need the well, but whatever. I enjoyed it enough, and I think the music is really good, and it looks pretty. So, I don't know, I think it's a good level. I understand when people think it's boring. Maybe it wasn't the best level to place right after Good at Galaxy, which is kind of like an exciting, gravity-based level. But, I don't know. Anyway, if we head up here, we have these red rocks that we could destroy, or we could just run past them. You can see the pattern they're making on the ground here. I don't know why it looks so weird. I don't know how they're making a pattern anyway. There's just like rock bits they're leaving behind, because it looks kind of strange. But if we hit this question mark coin, we will get a rainbow star, which annihilates the red rocks without even having to hit the yellow part in the center. You can just kill everything when you're invincible. I think literally everything. Except maybe bosses, but they can't actually run up here. Jesus. No! The gravity didn't properly work is a better grammatical way to say that. But we destroyed all the rocks anyway. That was a worry of mine right that I wasn't going to end up destroying all the rocks. And you get a ton of star bits for pulling that off. 100 star bits already. 101. So we already have 2 extra lives in this level. Extra lives come very quickly. And you'll be able to tell when I started a new recording session and whatnot because of that extra lives reset when you... what's the word? How do I describe this? When you restart the game, your extra lives, your lives reset to 4. Technically 5 because 0 counts. But something I want to talk about. Let's bring that slide-in thing back in, huh? I showed at the beginning of the level for a bit, but let's bring it back in. I want to talk a little bit more about this. I should have talked more about it at the start, but actually, wait, we have a power-up here. Fuck. We'll talk more about it in a moment. I need to talk about this power-up that's going to spawn right down there. As far as actually, the star we're currently doing is outlined in white. The other stars are just black or uncolored because we haven't done them yet. The stars are labeled in terms of their number in order of the order they appear on the mission select, not in the order we collect them. So we can go from 2 to 6 if there's a secret star there. Because there are secret stars and we'll be getting to them later. Apologies I didn't explain that earlier, and apologies that was a sort of rushed explanation. Because we now have a new power-up, B Mario, which is... he's slower, he can't long jump, he can only fly. Interesting thing though, you saw these enemies before, they run away from normal Mario because they're afraid of him. But if you're B Mario, they will try to attack you actively. And you can also fly up and get those coins if you really wanted to. Your spin also creates honey instead, which is a really nice graphical effect. And you can fly for a certain period of time. Everything else, you can stick on a honeycomb walls, what we're getting into later. But otherwise, it's kind of the same. You could jump off this slide here if you really want to. Kind of skip that little sequence there, flying up the wall. You can also walk on these flowers as B Mario, and you can't as normal Mario because it will disintegrate. Unfortunately, you can't walk through honey. I don't believe it's any faster than normal Mario if you're B Mario walking through the honey. It's still kind of slow and sluggish. It is honey after all, but Kind of wish it was a bit faster if you were a bee, just to give it one more advantage. But kind of like Yoshi in Super Mario Sunshine, if you jump into water, you lose the Bee Mario power-up. You don't die and disintegrate like Yoshi did in Mario Sunshine, but you lose the Bee power-up, and that's the point. And honestly, the Bee Mushroom is probably, in terms of the Super Mario Galaxy series, it's probably my second least favorite power-up. My least favorite being the Rock Mushroom in Galaxy 2, because I actually kind of really dislike that thing. But, you know, I'm not playing Galaxy 2. In terms of the power-ups in this game, it probably is my least favorite. It's not used too much. I mean, it's kind of fun. It doesn't really change your controls all that much, but it just kind of makes you, like, you can't long jump, and that's how I love moving in 3D Mario games. At least in, not Sunshine, because it doesn't have it, and not the 3D games, because any rolling is faster. But yeah, in terms of 64 in the Galaxy games, it's my favorite way of moving, and it kind of just removes it. So, I don't know, it just seems weird to me. Anyway, those plants are ripped pretty much straight from Donkey Kong Jungle Beat if you ever played it, which you probably didn't. It's the GameCube Donkey Kong game where you use the bongos controller, and it's actually really, really fun, and you should go play it because they ripped a lot of assets from that game to put in this one because it's the same team that made it, which is incredible because they made this weird, like, kind of gimmicky platformer, and then they made one of the greatest 3D platformers of all time, in my opinion. It's amazing. Anyway, we can hit the little thing there. I don't know what to call it. It creates a vine that will take us to the backside of this planet, and that gets us some star bits. But as Bee Mario, of course, we can climb honeycombs, which is, it's fast enough. You know, I don't mind the honeycomb climbing, especially since you just fly over most of it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But you want to be careful, because once you get up here, the gravity's kind of going to shift, and then you might want to grab onto. Is that a question mark coin over here? Wait a minute, I never got this, I don't think. Like in any play, oh, it just makes coins, okay. I'm not going to go out of my way for coins, ever, in this game, because, again, they're kind of useless. Oh, it's just a trail up, that's nice, thank you, game. Yeah, coins are really useless in this game. There's no need for them, they just heal you. You can get a high score in the levels if you really care, but I don't really care. Here might you be, a physician, we presume. No matter, we are in the most vexing predicament and require assistance. The most feverish itchiness plagues my entire being, or our entire being. I must be stopped, please find the source at once. And by our entire being, she just means herself. No one else seemed to be having issues. I don't know why she's saying everyone is itchy. Or made, I don't know, that just seems really weird in terms of how she spoke. Mate, I guess it's the royal we, in a sense. I don't know, because she's Queen Bee, who appeared in Mario Kart 7. Still can't get over that. Queen Bee, this stupid bee character that appeared like in one game and is a very minor character, appeared in Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS, and Waluigi didn't. Shows you just how much Waluigi is worth, huh? Also, the texture and the shading on the bee's fur here is pretty much ripped straight from Jungle Beat. My thanks, you have shown much bravery, newbie. We trust that we may rely on you in the future. Excuse me. And newbie. So if we keep the bee mushroom power up and don't hit any water and don't get, why does she have her own gravity? How does that, whatever. I'm not gonna complain about it. If we keep the bee mushroom and we launch off here, we can meet some toads and Captain Toad, who you might recognize from his game. Ah, a bee! What, Mario? Hey, it's you! We escaped from Peach's castle too, but then we thought Bowser would get us, and then we got lost with Luigi. Oh, I just remembered. We found a power star. I'm sure you need this, so here, take it. It's certainly helpful. But we have the Toad Brigade here, is what it's called. Glad to see you're okay. And he's sleeping. This guy's dancing. He's got some moves. Look at this guy. Yo, his hand is going into the wood, but he's cool. He's alright. How are you ever going to get back? I mean, you have a pickaxe, just use that. Also, I can fly, so I mean, I don't really care about your issues. See ya.
Oh, yeah.
Mario. Your name is Mario, isn't it? That's what I heard from your friends who just arrived. Mario, it has such a nice ring.
Look.
Your friends are waiting for you in the garage. I think they want to tell you something, so you'd best hurry on over there. Yes, that might be smart. let's not save our game because recording and not save the game so I don't lose any recordings in case anything goes wrong. So we have some toads here. Howdy, Mario. If you're looking for everybody, they're back this way. Oh, you're awake. I think this is the one time in the entire game you're awake. Where are we? I want to go home. I'm so homesick. Let's see the polygons here. This is a bad game. If you can see any polygons at all, it's a horrible, horrible game. Mario, somehow we made it too. We'll help you get the power stars and save Princess Peach. You can count on us, Mario. We're all in this together. Hugh High School Musical. So I guess this space is some kind of mobile space station controlled by that Rosalina lady. But who exactly is she anyway? She's not a witch. Is she? Is she? No, that's ridiculous. Right? I haven't really taken time to talk to these toads in a very long time. So the Lumi's going to build the ship so they can fly. And there's a mushroom in there if you want it. What kind of star ship will it be? Oh, I can't wait. He apparently sang that. I don't know why, but he did. So that's good for him. I'm glad he can sing. I'm sure he has a beautiful singing voice. I don't actually want to imagine a toad singing. It would probably sound atrocious. You already heard my toad voice. Imagine that, but singing, except... Wait, why did they ever change Toad's voice? I don't know. Whatever. Back to Honeyhive Galaxy. So we can do Trouble on the Tower. So unfortunately, we can't just collect the M of Starbits behind us. I'm probably going to collect it every single time because, you know, free Starbits. You have to get off the starting platform, apparently. Yeah, it's just a bunch of free Starbits that we can collect. So I'm just going to grab them real quick. And, yeah, I mean, Honeyhive is a basic level, I will admit, but I enjoy it still. And this thing here, we can ground pound to get some Starbits. It's kind of just like the crystals, but you have to ground pound them. So now we have the smaller rocks that are a bit faster and a little bit more difficult to time your hits on then. As I said in part 2, I believe. Yes, part 2. Any time where rocks are spawning infinitely, such as this part, you can only destroy 3 of these rocks before they stop spawning Starbits, as I will demonstrate in a moment, because I actually want to walk up here and get some Starbits otherwise. You can also stand in this thing and get some Starbits if you really want to. I thought that was a good time to time the, I should probably get a coin before I try this so I don't die. But I'm going to be risky. I'm not going to get a single coin. I'm going to destroy 1 more to show off that you can only destroy 3. And I'm probably going to die while doing it. I did it! Okay, yeah, you can only destroy 3 and then you can't get any more. Now to kill this piranha plant because I need a coin. There's also coins up there that I could have just gotten. I didn't need to kill the piranha plant, I could have just got Starbits from him. But hey, you better safe than sorry, I guess. Oh, we killed that one anyway, so let's just jump up here and get some coins. Can I say this water looks absolutely gorgeous? Like, Jesus. I don't know what it was about the Wii and the GameCube specifically, and the Wii U, but maybe it's just Nintendo. They know how to make water look really nice. Like, especially in a cartoony environment, but even in a, you know, vaguely realistic one, like in the, like, Twilight Princess, the water is, like, the one thing that looks really good in that game. In Twilight Princess, either version, the version of the GameCube version. Twilight Princess is not a very good looking game, but anyway, we broke this rock earlier, didn't really bring it up, and released a vine that we can spin to twirl on. You kinda need to time that so you don't spin at the end of the one vine, but you probably won't die even if you do, so it's not a big deal. So now we hit this by ground pounding on the spring. We only got 4, that's great. I don't know what else to say about this level. Like, I love this level. Well, I wouldn't say I love it, but I like this level. But yeah, there isn't much to talk about with it. I guess, I don't know. The music is nice. I mentioned that. It's really strange. It's not like the big, grand orchestral music we've kind of gotten used to with Good at Galaxy and Into the Galaxy and all that. But it's nice music. It fits the level and kind of the very calm environment, the bee area, the kind of... It's a very non-serious song. It's very upbeat, but also it's kind of slow, calm, fits the level. So we got a billboard here, if we can talk to him. Yep, it's me, the famous Gilboard. If you want to climb this wall, you better listen up. When you stick to the wall to jump, after a jump, press A to do a wall jump. Use a string of wall jumps to reach high areas. Yes, we can jump at a wall and hit A to wall jump off of it, and that's just fantastic. So we're gonna do that, and that's nice. If you ever want to jump off walls, I mean, you can do it in 64, except in 64 they're called wall kicks, and they're a bit more difficult to do. They're very easy to do in Galaxy, thankfully. And also you can spin after a wall jump, so you have so much height you can gain. Spinning, by the way, I didn't mention this because just kind of assumed people have played this game, but I probably shouldn't do that in case someone hasn't. If you jump and spin, you get a little bit of extra height. It's sort of like a mini triple jump. It's not exactly a triple jump because it's not... It doesn't give you as much height as a normal jump, but it works well enough, and, you know, it gives you a little bit of extra height if you need to correct a jump, or if you just barely are making a jump, you can make it with the spin, and it's fantastic. So these wigglers, you can spin... Well, actually, you can't spin into them to daze them. You have to ground pound near them to flip them over and then kill them with a spin. Or not a spin, maybe you can kill them with a spin, but I just jump on them. It's much easier. Using this launch star, we have another rainbow star. They're like giving you these early on. I guess, you know, fitting, it's the first dome, but they really make things easy on you in some cases and just make it really easy to get star bits in this first dome with all the rainbow stars, because you can kill so many enemies so quickly, because your speed is also increased when you get a rainbow star. You can see just how fast we're zooming. But yeah, anyway, jumping in here, we're gonna hold our pointer in the middle of this, or we're just have Mario in the middle of this, so we can collect a bunch of stars. You already have 200 in this level alone. Ground pounding will you don't take fall damage in Galaxy, but you do have like little a animation for when you land on far, like when you land from a far distance, when you fall a far distance, you have a little animation for that, and you can skip it via ground pounding. So if you... These things are mandibugs, and they're a bit difficult to time if you're not very good at, well, timing things. So if you spin and then instantly ground pound with the Z button while in the air, you will do a homing shot that will home in on enemies. So spin and then hit Z, and you're good. Very helpful if you can't really time things. It's a little bit slower than just ground pounding normally, so if you're just trying to ground pound a button or whatever, you might not want to do that because it is a bit slower. Like, if I do it here, I really don't need to because I could have just walked up to it, but... Hey, if you have trouble timing things on enemies that move, you could usually just use the homing thing, and it'll do the work mostly for you. You start to kind of be in the vague vicinity of the enemy to be able to have it home in, but you can still do that. I don't got a windmill here. I fell off, but you can just wall jump and spin back up here if you really, if you fall off, and jump up here because we have a boss, I guess. I don't know if I call it a boss. Let's use the homing thing to kill the thing on top, the little one on top of the big one. It's going to get really mad and be different, I guess. I don't know what the difference between that boss is when it's enraged, but maybe it's a bit faster. I don't know. It's dead, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that's going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy. The video's kind of going a bit long, so we got 2 power stars in Honeyhive Galaxy, which is a fairly slow galaxy, so it explains why it kind of went on a bit longer than something like Good Egg. And next time, we'll get the last star in Good Egg Galaxy, and maybe do a few other small levels, and maybe find the enemy base in the terrace. See you guys then.